Good morning, students. Hope you all are fit and fine. Today we start our another topic from the chapter number 5, rights, and the module is 5.3, legal rights and the state. Here, guys, first of all, the word legal itself clear that which belongs to the parts and which are legally, we can say that, which is ruled according to the government interference in it very important. Here we can see that we are free from the British. After that, we have a set of rules and regulations that is known as the Constitution. And Indian Constitution, we have the types of rights, and we known as that fundamental rights are also mentioned there. In our country, we call them fundamental rights. In a democratic country like India, their fundamental rights means that people have rights which are important to lead their lives in a peaceful method. All these rights mentioned in the Constitution would be those which are considered to be of basic importance. In some cases, we can say that these are supplemented by claims. Claims means that when we can say that this is our right to have it. Here is the question, that difference between rights and claims. We cover it from this module. What is the difference between basics on the rights and claims? So here we can see that rights play very important role in it. In some cases, these may be supplemented. We have already cleared from there. So important is the legal and constitutional recognition of our claims, that several theories define rights as claims that are recognized by the state. Legal endorsement certainly gives our rights a special status in society, but it is not the basis on which rights are claimed. As discussed earlier, we can say that rights have steadily been expanded and reinterpreted to include previously excluded groups of modern understanding. Contemporary means modern. Here basically means that the focus is on the life of dignity and respect. Basically, a person living in a society, whether they belong to any caste, color, creed, there should be no difference on the ground of their upper and lower caste. Means that everybody have the right to live a life of self-respect. Everybody have assert that they have all the minimum basic facilities to live a life. For example, we can say that while living in a society, that right to education, everybody want this. For this, we can say that states have to provide some basic education for the people, those who are unable to get education in very expensive schools, we can say that. So for them, those like the labor class or the poor people, for them the government, the state have already provided them mid-day meal schemes, and in this way they can take education also, and they can also fulfill their starvation. They have food also to live a life. So while living in a society, the basically thing is that the state have to accept importance of education and contribute to it. So every child should have actual basic right to take the education. Then we can say that right place and obligation. Obligation, guys, means that the duties. Clear certain kinds of rights we have. Each right indicates that state must do as well as it must not do. For example, we can say that right to life. It means that makes laws to protect me from injury by others, that nobody can harm me. We are living in a house. Why we are living in a house? Why we need air, water and shelter? Because all these are the basic necessities. Clear, which we can say that given by the environment also. So we have to be maintain the sustainable environment. Mean for the future also we have to save the resources. And similarly way we can say that while living in a society, we have to be take care of the environment. Environment also, how we have to be maintain it. In other words, we can say that my right here places certain duties upon the state to act in a certain way. If we claim right, we have to be do our duty also. That if we want to be drive, if we want that nobody can injure us, harm us, so we have to be follow, we have to be fulfill the all the norms set by the government. Clear, rights not only indicate what the state must do, they also suggest, they give us the instructions that one must be refrain from doing wrong. Clear, my right to liberty means as a person nobody can interfere in my life, and I also expect that our actions the way we are want to living, not hurt other person and not bad for state. So we have to be work jointly together while while maintaining the discipline. And here we can say that, for example, to put it another way, our rights ensure that the authority of the state exercise without violating the sanctity of individual life and liberty. State means that the government should also maintain the dignity of the citizens, and citizens also fulfill their duties while follow the rules and norms set by the government. In this way we can create balance and the government accountable for us, and we enjoy all the basic facilities. So here you can see that in this module we get to know about the legal rights and the state role. Now next module we have to be study about the kinds of rights, and the question is what are the types of rights. Basically guys, rights we already clear that which are very important to live a life as a human being want, and it's mentioned in the constitution also as fundamental rights. Fundamental rights are different and normal rights are different. Like here we have to be discuss about kinds of rights. Here we have cultural rights, civil rights, natural rights, political rights, economic rights, social rights. Clear. Political rights, you can see that when we can see that at the age of 18 everybody have right to give vote, choose their own representative without any difference whether they belong to rich or poor, upper or lower caste, any religion. They are free and fair trial. They can right to express their views also freely, publish their views in the newspaper also, that is their right, freedom of expression. So all these are rights which are very important. Clear. So political rights contributed to by making the government accountable. Accountable means which are responsible towards their people, to their citizens, to fulfill their demands, to fulfill their aspirations, what they expect from the government for living a good healthy life and secure life. So here we can say that for a person living on the pavements and struggling to meet their basic needs, those who are living in slum areas guys, they have little value regarding political rights. They firstly need what? To earn for or to fulfill their basic needs of food. Clear. Or to fulfill the demands of their family members. So here we can say that all these rights are very important. And here in India the government has recently introduced a rural employment guarantee scheme also. I already highlighted the point for you. Others help to the poor. Today in addition we can see that political and economic rights are very important living in a democratic countries. Clear. Cultural rights also people want, means that they want to be use their own mother tongue. Like in Punjab we are using Punjabi as a mother tongue. Clear. While English also we are using as an international language. So everybody have authority, everybody have autonomous, means that freedom to choose their own language and use it. They have their own culture, religion to express their views. Clear. Right to life, here we can say that very important. Right to liberty means freedom, very important. We have already discussed this earlier. Equal treatment with equals also we have studied in the previous chapter, social justice. And the right to political participation are very important, that every person vigilant, they must know about what is going in the society, in the country, so they can choose their own representative in a leader in a very fair manner. So here we can see that we have to be recognized and then we have to be justified claims or rights. So here in this module we cover two major topics regarding kinds of rights and state and legal rights. Legal rights and the state role, and we can say that in kinds of rights. So in next module two topics we have to cover regarding rights and responsibilities and preamble. Clear guys. So till here you have to be revise these two topics in a proper manner, and see you with the next video lesson. Thank you. Take care.